Yo, what is good YouTube? Matty Dubs here, back with another video, guys. And we have some more breaking news, notes, highlights, observations from another day here in Indianapolis for Colts training camp. Now, I haven't been covering the Colts too much. However, if you want me to continue to post Colts videos, make sure you guys leave a like and comment down below. Just tell me to do it, because if these videos don't do well, I'll probably stop posting Colts videos, but it's all up to you guys. Let me know in the comment section down below. But in this video, I'm primarily going to be going over some of the guys who look good in practice, some of the guys who have looked bad over yesterday's practice, but also what to look forward to going into their first preseason game. Now, before we jump into all of that, the good stuff of the video, make sure you guys do me a huge favor by smashing the like button, just so we can get this video to more Colts fans around the world. But also subscribe to the channel if you're new. I will be covering the entirety of the offseason, which includes signings, trades, training camp, preseason, regular season, everything you guys can think of. I've got you guys covered, as well as live streaming games, so make sure you guys join the family. But without any further ado, let's jump into the video. Now, one of the first things that I took note of this practice was both quarterbacks didn't look great. They looked okay, but they definitely struggled. Gardner Minshew and Anthony Richardson both, missed some throws. I think Richardson missed 5 throws, including several high or overthrown, and just, causing guys to just not be able to get the ball. It wasn't in their catch radius, so I feel like Richardson had definitely a slow day. But same thing with Gardner Minshew. I don't think he was much better at all. I think he missed 4 throws, including 3 in a row. So definitely not a positive note going into the preseason, but definitely something that you can build upon and get better over the next couple of days here. But it does seem like Anthony Richardson will start the first preseason game, which was something that we were questioning. We didn't know if he was going to be the day 1 starter going into the preseason, or if he would take more of a backup role going into the first few days of preseason. But it seems like he will start the game, and he will go from there. We don't know how much he's going to play. We don't know if he's only going to play 1 drive, if he's going to play a quarter, if they'll switch off every quarter. We don't know really what's going to happen with that, but that should be interesting. We heard some news that Jonathan Taylor might be back next week, which is interesting. He's still getting treatment for his ankle, I believe, so he might be back next week, and that would be very interesting. Another bad thing is there's been a lot of injuries over the last couple of days here, including Braden Smith did not practice. Blake Freeland had a lot of first-team reps, so that's good for him. But hopefully Braden Smith, that injury is not long. Hopefully he's back sooner rather than later. We also have Jelani Woods, Molly Cox, Drew Ogletree, Will Mallory did not practice at all. They do have 9 tight ends on the roster, but all of those guys were not practicing. So we'll see, how that fares throughout the rest of preseason and training camp. Hopefully they can get healthy. And then you have Deion Jackson, Xavier Scott dealing with injuries. They just signed Kenyon Drake, who came up limping after getting tangled up in a play. So that's not good. I mean, everything that's going on right now is just not good in terms of injuries. But overall, I think once they get healthy, I think this is a team that can surprise some people. A guy who's been really good throughout camp so far, and it doesn't really surprise me, Joshua Downs, man. I mean, he was so good at the collegiate level, and he is coming in here at 5'9", 171 pounds, but he looks good, man. He looks athletic. He looks, got good versatility, good work ethic, acceleration, agility. I feel like this dude can come in here and just make a difference for this Colts team at wide receiver. Now, when you look at their wide receiver room, you have 3 guys in terms of Michael Pittman, Alec Pierce, and Isaiah McKenzie. But I feel like Joshua Downs is a guy that will demand playing time right away, and I think he'll make the most of it. So I'm excited to see how he goes over the next few weeks, and especially through preseason, because that's when jobs are won and lost. And not in terms of Joshua Downs, I feel like he's going to make the 53-man roster no matter what. But for some of the younger guys, this is when things get really exciting, especially for the guys on the roster bubble, because this is your time to not only try to make a team, but put out footage, put out some clips out there, so other teams can see how you play and maybe even earn a deal with another team down the line. So over the next few days here, preseason is going to ramp up, and we're going to see a lot of games and more practices and dog days, and things are going to get really, really entertaining, and we're going to get to see how some of these young guys really perform under pressure, and if they can make a name for themselves, like a guy like Cody Case, who might not make the team, and this is a shot to really make a name for himself. You got Xavier Scott, who is injured right now. He's got to make a name for himself. Jake Funk got to make a name for himself. Who else? Michael Jacobson, a tight end. Ricky Seals-Jones, Nick Eubanks, Farrell Brown. I mean, there's so many guys on their roster right now that, this could be the last shot they have to make in the NFL. So it's going to be fun over the next few days. Let me know what you guys think about their first game coming up here in the next few days. How do you think Anthony Richardson will do? Hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, join the family. I will be covering, like I said, everything you guys need to know going forward. And like I said, also, let me know if you want me to post more Colts videos. I try to do like 6-7 teams a day for training camp. So if you want the Colts in that rotation, let me know. Also, check out today's sponsor, Underdog Fantasy. It is an amazing app. I do fantasy drafts every single day. I do the game of higher lower every single day, and it's so much fun. If you guys like playing fantasy football and don't like going through the stress of starting and sitting players, and you just want to draft a team, that's where you do it. The best ball leagues are insanely fun. Like I said, I do it every single day, and I'm going to be doing it every single day during the NFL season. So make sure you guys check that out, and also comment down a name who you think could really break out in the preseason for the Colts. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace. Brought to you by Underdog Fantasy. And if you love playing fantasy sports like football, basketball, baseball, and so many other sports, but also love being able to win money, you're going to want to stick around for this whole segment. Introducing Underdog Fantasy, the ultimate platform for fantasy sports lovers. Do you want to experience the thrill of drafting your team and competing for huge prizes? Well, look no further. With Underdog Fantasy, you get access to a wide range of fantasy sports, including football, basketball, baseball, and so much more. But here's what makes Underdog Fantasy stand out from all of those other apps. They've got quick and user-friendly drafting process, a unique and exciting game formats, fair and competitive contests for all skill levels, and attractive bonuses and promotions. Not only can you draft teams and compete with others, but you can also play a game of higher and lower, which is personally my favorite thing to do on there, but you can potentially win 20 times the money you put down. And if you use code MattyDubs when you sign up, Underdog will match your first deposit up to $100. And what that means is basically when you deposit, let's say $100, they'll give you a free $100 to use and play with. Click the link in the description to get started, or head to the website right now to start dominating the fantasy world. And don't miss out on all the fun. Be a part of the Underdog community starting now. And don't forget, if you use code MattyDubs, they'll match your first deposit up to $100. Let's get started. Get into drafts with me starting today.